Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why you can't explain the relationship to others. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So I'm referring to the narcissistic relationship that you were or perhaps even are a part of. This is a relationship that many people can't wrap their head around. They can't understand that a person could treat or behave another person the way that you were being treated. And this is a very challenging experience to not only go through, but when you're isolated and you're all alone and you are in a relationship and you're being peppered with abuse, verbal, physical, mental, spiritual, financial, emotional, day in and day out, this is not a good place to be. And you can't figure out why this person is doing what they're doing and why everyone else in life seems to be just going along swimmingly. The reason why there is because you're in a relationship, or maybe you still are, that it is really testing you. It's testing you to your core. And there are many silent battles that you will have within yourself. You'll have many sleepless nights. You'll have many periods of time when perhaps you can't eat, or you're overeating, or your energy is really low and you're drained and you're dreading having that front door open because you don't know who will open it, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. You are texting this person who turns out to be the narcissist and you're waiting for a response. You're calling and you know that you need to talk to them about something, but they don't pick up the phone because they are becoming unavailable. They're putting you on hold, in other words. They're making you wait. And all of these things and so many more are what encompass the narcissistic relationship. The narcissist knows what they're doing. They know how to press the gas button of abuse with you. They know how to manipulate you. They know what is important to you. They know your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, what you want out of a relationship. And they do their best to give you little bits and nuggets of this throughout the relationship. But then as soon as you get comfortable, they take these things away from you. And your head is spinning. You are reeling. And your average person, your average human being who doesn't go through the narcissistic relationship, they can't wrap their head around what you are talking about. That is why when these relationships end, they usually end with a thud, a crash, a bang. They usually end with a person being discarded. Although not always, but many times the narcissist will throw people away, as I mentioned on the channel, crumble them up like a sheet of paper and throw them away on the freeway because they found the new supply and they no longer need anything from you because they've taken as much as they possibly could from you. Another part to that is when the discard happens is because the narcissist gets jaded and bored so quickly with people. And it wasn't just with you. It's with the new supply. It's with anybody. This is why the narcissist goes from relationship to relationship, town to town, city to city, country to country, leaving a wake of destruction in their past. The reason they do that is because they don't care about people. They do not care about anybody but themselves and what people can offer them or supply them or give to them or what the narcissist can take from people. But when you're trying to explain the relationship with a person who hasn't gone through the cycle, number one, these people will get jaded and bored themselves, not because they're narcissists, because they can't fathom what you've experienced. It's like a different language you are speaking to them. And the truth of the matter is, remove the word like. It is a different language you're speaking because you are now understanding that this relationship almost took you down for the count, but it didn't. However, you need to process things. You need to learn the glossary, the terms, the definitions on the narcissistic abusive cycle. You need to learn things like gaslighting, the silent treatment, stonewalling, rage fits, what the smear campaign is, blame shifting, stonewalling, all these things you need to learn, projection, mirroring. You need to learn these things because you weren't taught them in school. But not only that, you didn't know that you were up against a force, which perhaps was even your spouse or your mom or dad or sibling, who was trying to take you down. When I say take you down, I'm talking about steal your energy, take away your confidence, not have you believe in yourself, not have you achieve your goals, and not have you find your purpose. And then there's another part of taking you down, which is January 6, 2021 for me, when I almost didn't make it, but I did. And there are many people post-narcissistic relationship that don't make it. They don't not only get the wisdom, but they're not strong enough to apply the wisdom. And that is not you because you're in the community, you're on the channel. You're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered. And you now know that if you've tried to explain the relationship to some of your friends or family members, not only did they get burnt out, but now they're not even talking to you at times because they don't want to be your sounding board because they can't help you. They can't wrap their head around what was going on, and they have their own lives. Now, this isn't everybody, but I will share this with you. If you've come through the ashes and risen through the fire like a phoenix, and you've entered the third version of yourself, the strongest, most galvanized version of yourself known to humankind, which means you've processed everything about the relationship, you've healed, or you are well on the healing path towards that pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, then you are forever changed. And you can pay it forward. You can help someone else if they are coming to you and asking you questions, because you've lived something or through something that most people don't experience. And most people don't find that needle in a haystack. In other words, they don't understand what narcissism is. And the third part is they don't process everything properly and heal properly. This is what you are doing. That's why you're on the channel, because you're understanding that this relationship, it is unlike any relationship you've ever been a part of. And most people, post-relationship, they can't wrap their head around what you went through. And you explained it, and you tried, and you gave examples, but your friends got burnt out. They couldn't understand it. They would say things to you like this, like, oh, what's the big deal? Just go date again. Just get on a dating app, or no big thing. All relationships come to an end. What's the big thing? It's been 6 months. Move on. Just go find another date. Just get out there. Everything will be good. No big deal. But what these people don't realize, and it's not their fault, is that you needed to heal from the relationship. This is a relationship that you need to heal from. You can't just wave a magic wand or take a pill or put a Band-Aid over it and think that it's going to go away. It's not how it works. The way it works is post-narcissistic relationship, you need to slow your life down. You need to process childhood wounds if necessary, see a therapist, journal, meditate, get out in nature, exercise, watch videos. You need to really understand that that relationship was the most challenging and toxic relationship you've ever been a part of, and you weren't prepared for it. You did not know what you were up against. So let's say it was a romantic relationship. Well, the person you fell in love with, number one, they couldn't fall in love with you. Number two, the person that you gave all of your empathy to, all of your time, money, energy, love, all of your resources, all of your focus, all of your attention, this person took it from you, and they gladly took it from you, and they gave you absolutely nothing in return. This is a shell game. It is smoke and mirrors. It is a relationship that was built on quicksand. Now, let's say you did get married again. You took your vows. You meant your vows. Your vows to you meant that you are now in a relationship with a person headed in the same direction, maybe even growing old together, or raising children together, or retiring together. Who knows? But the idea there was together. That is not what the narcissist saw when they took vows. They saw you as now they owned you. They took ownership of you. That's in their mind. That's what they looked at. They looked at the wedding ring as a license to abuse, or a front or a cover to the general public that, yeah, they can be in a stable relationship too, to the exterior, because that's how it's supposed to look. But behind closed doors, every day when the front door would open, you never knew what you were going to get. Were you going to get a nice, pleasant, friendly hello? Probably not. Maybe once in a while. But you would probably get a door being slammed, or why you didn't cook, why you didn't clean, why you were late, why you didn't do this, why you sitting on the couch doing nothing when in fact you just got home 3 minutes ago. But the narcissist wanted you always doing something on the go. You couldn't just be. Remember, you were doing what the narcissist wanted you to do, when they wanted you to do it, with whom they wanted you to do it, and in their time. There was no opportunity for you to be yourself, specifically when you were with the narcissist, because you became an extension of them. You lost your identity, you lost everything to them, and you were trapped in that devaluation stage, a place that you did not know existed. So to explain this to an average person, they're going to think, what's the big deal? Yeah, okay, you got married. I'm married too, but whatever. Like, that's what a marriage is supposed to be about. No, it's not. A marriage is supposed to be a union with two people equal, like this, equal, 50-50, or maybe at times 45-55 or 47-53, but it's not supposed to be 99% for one person and 1% for the other person. But that's what a narcissistic relationship is. There's no we. There are only the one letter I. The narcissist is I. Think about that when you're in the relationship. How many times, say you went to a barbecue or an event or something, how many times would the narcissist say, yes, we just love this. It's so amazing. We are so proud of your graduation, or we are grateful to be here. They won't say the word we at all. They're going to say I. And you could be standing right next to them, dumbfounded, baffled that your partner of 10 or 15 years is using the word I, not we, because they want to drive a wedge between you and them. And that happened way early on in the relationship. There was certainly a pivotal point in time when they shifted the fake word we to I. Because to the world, or to the narcissist, the world is all about me, me, me. It's not about us. It's not about we. It's not about togetherness. It's about I. And the narcissist looks to take from unsuspecting people. And that is why when you were in the relationship, you were giving to a fault. You probably were a people pleaser or a yes person, maybe even an empath, but you did not have boundaries. And if you did have boundaries, they were decimated. The other key part for the video, understand, the narcissist probably wore a mask when they met you and they manipulated you into falling in love with them. They can't fall in love with you or anybody, but that's probably what happened. Or when they struck up a friendship with you or went into business, or once the ink was dry on the contract, or once the wedding bells rang, or once you had children or relocated or gave them money or loaned them money or started a business for them or put them through school, whatever you did, that's when things shifted. And that's when they said, yep, I got what I needed from this person. I'll now take the mask off, crash it to the ground, and I'll let them know exactly what I think about them. I will start to devalue them. I will now start to disappear. Days, weeks, months on end. I will not answer their texts. I will have them pining for me. I will have them asking me questions. What's going on? How come things have changed? What's going on? What else can I do? Are you okay? This is what the narcissist needs. The narcissist needs people like you need oxygen. And this is one of the things of the narcissist. They switch places with you. They want to steal your beautiful, bright, shining light, and they want you to be stuck in the low vibrational quagmire state where the narcissist naturally exists. But this is what the narcissist does, and they're so good at it. So when you are trying to explain the relationship to others, unless they went through it, they're not going to get it. They could have read all the books, they could have watched all the videos, they could have gone to any school they wanted to learn about things, but if they didn't go through it firsthand, they can't know what it's like to live inside of your mind, A, when you're in the relationship, and B, post-relationship, because those are two different people. And remember this, there are three versions of you. The version of you before you met the narcissist, when you were going through life, perhaps with rose-tinted glasses on. The version of you when you were in the relationship, when you were in the devaluation stage, being peppered with abuse. And the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version, is when you do come through the fire and rise through the ashes and you've healed properly. That's when you see the world through a brand new set of eyes and you're changed forever. You now can identify and you can discern in a quick moment, in a New York minute, if you will, if somebody is worth your time or not, because many people do go through life wearing masks. Many people do manipulate others. Many people just care about themselves. And it's not just the narcissist. There are all different kinds of people that don't or won't have your best interest at heart. But now we understand a few things here. Post-narcissistic relationship, many people, if they didn't go through it, they're not going to be able to wrap their head around it. That's number one. Number two, you did go through it and you've healed, or you are well on the healing path. And that's a good thing, that you are healing and you're focusing on yourself and slowing your life down. The third thing I'll tell you is the people that tell you, oh, don't know, what's the big deal? Just get back out and date. It's just do it, everything's fine. Like, move on, toughen up. That's life. It's not fair. Well, again, it's not those people's fault unless they're toxic themselves. But those people don't understand a few things. One, they too will experience challenges in their life. Maybe it won't be entering a narcissistic relationship, but they'll have challenges because we all have challenges. But number two is they can't wrap their head around, I can't say it enough, the relationship that you went through. So it is not their fault that they can't be there to assist you or help you. They just don't understand. It's a foreign language to them. It's completely alien to them. And it was to you at one point in time. That's how the narcissist saw you and targeted you and got you to enter the relationship with them, because they totally manipulated you and you didn't have the wisdom, you didn't have the tools. Now you have boundaries, and now you understand that closing the chapter on these people, going no contact, blocking them, deleting them, removing them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them is the path. That is what you must do. But to get there, you need to understand so many things. Why the narcissist did what they did, why they used the smear campaign, why you lost all of your friends, why your health took a hit, why your finances went to zero, why your job took a hit, why you didn't want to get out of bed for weeks or months after the relationship ended, why you had to heal from the relationship, why it just didn't disappear like an average ending of a relationship over maybe a couple weeks or a month. The reason why is because you've been abused, and you've been abused more ways than one, but you did not know it. You couldn't understand it. And every day you were in that relationship, you were enduring more and more abuse. Maybe it was a silent treatment in your own house. Maybe you went from romance to roommates. Maybe you went from being an ATM machine to having no money. Maybe your health was perfect and you were exercising 7 days a week, and all of a sudden your health took a hit. You couldn't even exercise anymore, so you couldn't be the arm candy for the narcissist, and boom, you're discarded. Who knows? But the narcissist stays in relationships when there is something that they can benefit from. It is that crystal clear. When there's nothing else for the narcissist to take, and it doesn't matter what it is, whatever they want to get from you, they will get from you until you get the wisdom. But once that expires, let's say it's your money. Let's say if your money goes to zero, well, if you no longer are paying the bills and putting a roof over their head, they will disappear as soon as they possibly can, because you're not doing what you are supposed to do for them in their eyes, which is pay for their life. That's why they go on to new supplies. That's why they vet people. That's why they're always on their smartphones. That's why they're on dating apps. That's why they're on social media. They're looking for another person who does not have the wisdom, a person like the person that you were trying to talk to post-narcissistic relationship, who had not experienced the narcissistic abusive cycle yet. They're looking for somebody like that who does not know what they're up against, to have them be the new supply, and to have them take your place, and to have them be abused day in and day out. Understand that last part of the message that I shared with you. It is most of the time the people that enter these narcissistic relationships are either toxic themselves, or they have no idea. And the person or people you were trying to talk to post-relationship most likely fall into one of those two categories. Either they're toxic themselves and they don't want to watch you heal or help you heal. Unfortunately, I need to say that. Or B, they haven't been through it, so they don't know what a narcissist is yet, and they can't figure it out. So those are the people that are susceptible to entering the narcissistic relationships themselves, because they can't see the signs. They can fall prey to the narcissist. Really understand the message. That's why post-relationship, before I close the video, you really need to understand who you're talking with. Does the person know what the narcissistic relationship is? Are they going to get burnt out? Can they offer you counsel? Can they be there for you? Can they listen to you? Can they share stories and experiences with you? And if they can, that's fantastic. But if these people are sitting there looking at you and they're reading a book or yawning or checking their watch or talking about the weather, that means they can't get it, or they don't want to get it. It's one of the two. It's that simple. That's why you really need to slow your life down and understand post-narcissistic relationship. This is your time to heal, to process things, and to really get the message that you are fortunate to be out of that relationship. You may not think that right now. Maybe the relationship ended recently, and if it did, my heart goes out to you. But in time, in your time, you will heal. It will take a mountain of work, and it will take a lot of patience, and it will take a lot of strength and courage, fortitude, resilience, determination, and commitment. But you will do it. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. It won't take a day, it won't take a week, it won't take a month. I'm not going to tell you when it will take, because nobody, and I mean nobody, can tell you when you will heal. If anybody on the planet tells you when you will heal, you'll heal in 6 months, do this, this, and this, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't, because the healing path is not linear. It's different for each and every one of us. And it takes longer for some people to heal, and it takes a shorter period of time for others. It's directly contingent upon how much work you want to place into yourself and how much ripping off the Band-Aids and processing things you want to go through. Healing's not fun. It's not. But once you do heal and you cross the bridge and you reach the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, you will know that it was all worth it. Not going through the relationship. I'm talking the healing part. That's what you must do. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. Understand that if you're trying to explain the relationship to others, they are not going to be able to understand what you're talking about unless they went through it. Now, yes, they can read some books, watch some videos, and they can be there for you, but they're not going to know firsthand, day in and day out, what it was like to be in the relationship. I hope you guys understand that. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye, guys.